Hello, and welcome to the Augmentation of Man with Kent and Renee Miller.
And I'm Kent, and I do channeling. I've been doing it since 2006. And with that, I had gotten a collapse of the money system way back several years ago. And recently we got a new update, which this video is going to quite cover. Recent messages from spiritual guides that speak to me. Soon, very soon, a collapse of the monetary system.
Actually, the word they used was prolapse, which means to drop.
Yeah,
It'll move downward. So, also recently, a major Vedic astrologer looked at the years 2030 and 2031 and said that it looks like astrologically that we're going to have a major depression at that time. So that's about 5 years from now. So what's going to happen between
yeah.
now and
And
then?
I had gotten, before we gotten that Vedic astrology report, the collapse of the monetary system would happen. So we do not know if it is slow or progressive or starts with a major event, other than we were told that a major event would leave the banks in chaos and something would happen to the World Bank.
So just to clarify, we don't know if it starts out kind of slow, like the maybe inflation starts, the whole thing, and then a major event happens, or all of this starts with a major event that sends the banks into chaos and there's some sort of major effect on the World
Yeah,
Bank.
eventually the dollar will be worth only pennies. But the problem with the big banks is that they petitioned Congress to change the definition of deposit to loan. They also had laws changed to state their first obligation is to derivatives in major banking crisis. In other words, they pay off the derivatives rather than the people that have their monies in the bank.
Yeah,
And
and so they had the word deposit, the definition for deposit changed to loan. So you no longer have a deposit in major banks, you have loaned them money. So in a derivatives situation where you have a monetary hit to the economy, then their obligation is to their derivatives, which are their assets, and the loans come second. And so your deposit essentially would be secondary to any derivatives or any assets that they have.
so what can you do? So put your monies in small banks, small state banks, or even credit unions. Stay out of the big banks like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citicorp, etc. Don't take on any big debt at this time. Try to reduce the amount of credit that you owe. Work on reducing the credit.
And then if you do have some extra money, invest in things that are going to help in your own self-sustaining. So that would be like seeds, gardening tools, fruit trees, dry goods that you can, non-perishable goods that you can store in the cupboard. Dry beans are great, rice, things like that, and clean sources of water.
With these things that are going to happen, you can put yourself in a position of going through this without losing your sanity, basically.
Yeah, it's all about trying to weather the storm. And there is a reason for everything at this time. And this part is to turn man away from being so materialistic and to turn man back to God and our purpose here on earth.
Yes.
So we hope that this helps you to understand why this is happening and how to prepare.
If you want to know more about what's coming, look into the native people of this land, the Hopi, the Apache, the Sioux, the Comanche, They all have history and legends, which shows humankind the way.
Thank you for joining us. Peace be with you on your journey to enlightenment.
Thank you.